you're always holding tensions when you're working in impact and sustainability, right? You're holding tensions between near-term profitability and long-term profitability and impact. You're holding tensions between, energy efficiently automating a process and laying off the workers, right? Like between different sustainability issues. So I'm not someone who believes there's sort of easy answers and pat strategies and 6-step processes, and the power moves that you could make. I think it's about how well do you hold the tensions between competing objectives. And I think in particular, probably the main move, right? The main tension or that you have to hold that companies, when they do it well, is between collective action in the industry and individual action as a company. Like, I think about, when Patrick Flynn was the head of sustainability for Salesforce, right? Like, there were accomplishments that happened around like Blackwater Recycling in their headquarter building, internal kind of carbon footprint work, like the internal change stuff, right? And you got to do that stuff to have a credible seat at the table. But he was also involved in this like cloud industry kind of buyers alliance that was with Rocky Mountain Institute and others trying to drive decarbonization and energy efficiency in the data center world. And where that's like a bigger thing than one company can achieve by themselves, but you need a critical mass of demand to like nudge an industry to put in a new direction. And so the tension there is that you've got to participate, you got to get your own house in order and do the stuff with your own products and your own operations and your own supply chain. But you also have to participate in these outward facing collective action efforts that are industry changing, because none of these things work if you're going it alone. And I think that's probably the thing that I know like people who are trying to be that queen that's moving around in multiple different directions to all kinds of distances, is that balance of attention between the inside and the outside, and getting those things to be synergistic with each other, so that when the industry is moving forward, that helps you make the case internally for why this is something we have to do. And then conversely, like you do things internally to show others that it's possible and that you're serious and that you have some standing to invite them to the table. I think that, that's a challenge. And I think it's a similar kind of thing with the systemic investing stuff I was talking about earlier, is that as an investor, as a family office or something, like I could go it alone and just get my program of work done, but I'm going to be much more effective if I'm building ensembles of people like the ReFed Investor Circle to come along with me. But if I'm going to so many meetings and gatherings of the collective, I may not be able to attend to my own board work and investment work and things like that. So I think that tension between individual action and collective action just is true at multiple levels of scale. And so it's holding that tension that defines who's going to be successful.